This is the second video to show you how to complete loft number 4, which is the pipe adapter. Now, as I was saying at the end of the last video, is that the threading operation really depends on the program. The best example is Inventor versus Fusion, both made by Autodesk, but Inventor does threads in this case, or this object, much easier than it was being on Fusion. So if you're in my class and you're using Fusion, I'm going to excuse you from having to add the threads. If you're on Inventor, it literally takes 30 seconds to do and is an absolute piece of cake. But in Fusion, for whatever reason, the tool's a little bit differently and it doesn't lend itself well to a case such as this. So don't worry about it, but make sure that you do give me the correct solid and that it is shelled appropriately, and that's the last thing that we have to do here. Now, if we remember from the other objects, the shell tool will do all but one side. So I'm going to start on the bottom here, but I'm going to have to come in here with an extruded cut to complete it. The shell thickness is 0.1 given with shell thickness right here on the drawing. As you can see here, it looks hollow in that side, so that's excellent. But I have to come over here and do one more extrude cut. Now I can project that circle on the outside, or I can trace over it, totally up to you. And then I need a distance between the two. Now distance sometimes works well and sometimes you got to put points in there, but in this case it's going to work just fine. I'm going to go ahead and do an extrude cut. Make sure we're using the proper operation. And how far do I cut? Well, it's the same as the wall thickness, right? So 0.1 of a cut should be absolutely perfect, although it's going in the wrong direction, so make sure you put a minus in there. And it gives me a little preview as indicated by the purple, and I can see right through it, so that is absolutely perfect. Give it a double check. Now there are some other options as far as if you want to slice this like I did here, but you don't need to do that for our purposes. You can do a split body, cut it in two, and then delete one side if you were so tempted, but it is not required for you to do that to turn in. What is required is just make sure that you have everything hidden. If in your construction you kind of bring this plane back, make sure you hide it. Same with the sketches. You want to make sure that we are practicing giving a nice, clean, proper oriented object when you do turn this in. That is just good practice. All right. That is it for object number 4.